Your opinion on this, Bob Nutting, his interview in the PG with Noah Hiles, I believe it was.
Yep.
And he said just the first part of a response to the question of, do you feel like this current regime has the resources that are necessary to be competitive? Bob responds, yes, I think that I've done everything that I can to provide the tools and resources to the team. There is a point where it becomes execution. I'll cut it off there. Just what do you make of that initial opening statement in response to that question from him?
You have your budget. You know what your budget's going to be, probably, as you guys were discussing, commensurate to other teams in similar market sizes. I don't believe he micromanages it the way that maybe some other owners do. Basically, here's your baseball operations budget. Do with it what you will, whether that is you go out and use it on players that will impact the major league roster, or do you overspend in R&D, right? We hear that, R&D, research and development. And it looks like, based on what the Pirates sent out in early February, touting just this massive investment and hiring frenzy that they went on, with created positions on what, from where I sit, are just bloated coaching staffs in the minor leagues and throughout the entire system. Like, I mean, do you really need 2 minor league operations assistants in AAA? Do you need 2 strength and conditioning coaches?
Well, Dan, all that looks
in
even
AAA?
Dan, all that looks even worse when the guys both on the major league club, who then by virtue of being on the club would have likely come up through their minor league system, so often look completely unprepared to play their position in the field or even to run the bases properly. Could they get Ji-Hwan Bae, a personal base running coach? Perhaps, perhaps 2 coaches for O'Neal Cruz for center field? I mean, if they're spending a lot of money on those positions, you called it kind of bloat, they're getting even less return than you'd think.
And I would also think that if you're going to do something like this, the time to probably do it, assuming they could have, because remember, and I'm not giving them passes or excuses here, cash flow in 2021, right when Ben was breaking this thing down and they were in the throes of just incinerating this thing to try to build it back up, the funds probably weren't there. But be that as it may, was the time to do all of this stuff then, as opposed to like, oh, we're just going to start throwing a ton of money in R&D in year 6. To your point, like it takes a while to see any sort of investment like this pay off. I mean, I'm looking at what they have in the Dominican Summer League, and there are these positions that I've never heard of. And to me, they look like really expensive smoothie makers who are passing out like nutrition bars. And guess what? They need per diems. They need beds for hotels, and they're going to travel. And I mean, there is stuff that I don't know what it means, and I pride myself on.
Who's the person that it's your understanding would be lobbying Bob and saying this is all stuff we need to compete? Is that directly coming from Ben Cherington? Is that Travis Williams delivering it from Ben? Like, where is it emanating?
Okay. I would think that that's Ben, because Travis, while he might be involved in some really bigger picture type of investments, I find it hard pressed to believe that he's into the minutia of hiring the coordinator of International Performance Complex S&C, whatever that is, or the International Performance and Development Lead, or the mentors. There's a couple of players on this baseball operations staff that are literally just labeled as mentors. I have no idea. It would be Ben, and it would be upper management right underneath Ben.